Two of his officers were placed on paid administrative leave. The 11 Alive investigators broke this story last night, where a woman was arrested and taken to jail over the flip of a coin. At the center of this video, those two same officers. One was wearing a body camera, which caught the whole thing on video. Nearly 30,000 people have watched the video on 11 Alive's YouTube channel, and on Facebook, so many of you are appalled that this ever happened.
Our chief investigator, Brendan Keefe, has been questioning the chief for months. And finally, he has some answers for us tonight. Brendan, what have you learned?
Well, Jeff and Cheryl, when I first got the tip that a driver was arrested on the flip of a coin, it was hard to believe. A Roswell police officer was my source. He said the whole department knew about this for months and many were upset, but no one bothered to tell the defendant or take any action against the officers. That is, until the 11 Alive investigators started asking questions.
Turn off the car and pass me the keys, please.
A head, R tail.
Okay.
This is tail, right?
Yeah. So really,
23.
Michael Jordan. Alright. So I got too fast for. Let me write this down.
Too fast for conditions.
Is it reckless?
Yeah, you can do reckless.
Do me a favor, step out of the vehicle for me. Put the phone down.
Why am I
Put your
doing
phone down. Step out of the vehicle. Turn around, put your hands behind your back.
Without our intervention, what would have happened when you went into court?
I would have had no idea, and I probably would have pled no contest, and I would have paid a bunch of fines, and this would have gotten swept under the rug, and nobody would have known about it.
Nobody would have known about it. Sarah Webb requested the video right from the police department, but her records request was denied. With our help, she got the video from prosecutors just last Friday, and her case was dismissed Monday morning. A source inside the police department tells the 11 Alive investigators that one of the officers was still on the job as of Tuesday morning, pulled out of a class where she was learning to be a field training officer. That's right, training other Roswell police officers. Here's Chief Grant talking to NBC's KERRY Sanders.
Why was it only now that they're put on administrative leave when this actually happened 2 months ago?
Well, when I became aware of this incident, we immediately began the investigation. And we didn't initially put them on administrative leave, which is not unusual. We gather some information and look at all the facts that we have. And at some point during an investigation, we may make a decision because of the seriousness that we need to put somebody on administrative leave.
Brendan, a number of people have pointed out on social media that the driver actually won that coin toss. It was heads arrest, tails release. It came up tails, but yet she still got arrested. Yeah,
we actually noticed that too. It's a great question. The arresting officer, Courtney Brown, was prepared to let the driver go with tickets. She asked her partners, so release because it's tails? But then Officer Christy Wilson answers 23, which is the Atlanta PD code for arrest. Both were formerly Atlanta police officers. They called this the Atlanta way, which begs the question, has this happened before, and where did they learn it?
A lot of people commenting on all the laughing. You know, you're talking about a young woman whose life is impacted, and they're laughing about it.
Yeah, it's tough. We're going to stay on this,
All right.
Investigators.
Appreciate that, Brendan Keefe.